And you know what I love about this Predator from Prey? Is how iconic he is. Like, you know, of course, Predator is iconic creature. It exists like, I don't know, 40 years already. But I think this exact Predator is just perfect. This exact Predator is the most interesting. Of course, I love that he has more tribal, more like primordial, ancient vibe. It fits this movie better. And overall, it's more interesting than this sci-fi, whatever, usual Predator. And especially, it's interesting decision with this mask. Like you see, it is very contrast. We almost have no support in these bone white elements in all this costume. But of course it makes sense in terms of movie, because in movies it's very important to amplify face area, whether it's human or monster. So it's nice that everything except head is like out of contrast in this Predator. And of course this mask adds like mysterious kind of vibe. And it's cool that you can see his teeth, his jaw behind this mask. And overall you already know how this Predator looks. So when the reveal of his face finally happens, it makes it way more powerful. And bro, he's disgusting. Just look at this asshole face. Just, oh motherfucker, what with you? And you know, it's kinda cool because in the movie he acts like a warrior, like some sort of gladiator with his own honor. And you start to feel him like a human being. And you know, like more original Predators, they look more reasonable, more human. Like this dude feels like you can talk to him, like you can make a deal, he understands you. But when the reveal of this motherfucker happens, you feel just like, yeah, that's one crazy son of a bitch and it's monster, it's absolute animal. There's no chance for peace and for negotiation with this motherfucker. And you know, there was some backlash versus this dude, but I totally understand why they made him this way, because this Predator will be our protagonist and you have to empathize with him and you have to read his emotions. So that's why they made him a lot more like human, because you absolutely can't empathize with this motherfucker. It's anyway pretty hard to feel something to this guy, but this dude is kinda like, yeah, it's homie. I'm sure he can demonstrate like wide spectrum of human-like emotions. But I guess because of this backlash they will change his design. I don't know, I pretty like him, but if it doesn't work for you guys, so be it. And you know why I love this exact Predator specifically? Because his design feels way too, I don't know bro, like interesting. It feels very designed. Like, you know, for me there's nothing interesting in design of this Predator. It kinda in cinematic matter, whatever design. But this dude, it's absolutely something special. It is hard for me to describe because I've been working as concept artist. And I've seen like thousands, dozens of thousands different creatures and how design works overall. And I feel like this Predator, he came from here. He came from artists. Oh, by the way, let's find concept art of Prey. Yeah, you see, first they started pretty average. Yeah, overall anatomy and costume first was kinda whatever. Like, yeah, bro, there was some research. Yeah, you see how way more ordinary and how way more usual it first looked like. There's something more interesting already. Oh, this one is cool, just look at him. Yeah, here I guess director said I wanted to be more animal. Here you can see he probably said I wanted to be more primordial, and they probably researching his stealth like camouflage. Also you can see they were trying some more ancient looking armor elements. Yeah, maybe some more ancient primordial like stone elements in his skin. Oh, by the way, here you already can see his final head, like already like in the movie. A lot of research of his weapon. Yeah, bro, that's concept art. Farzad V, great respect, man. A lot of real production fucking research. Yeah, some concept of actions and how he attacks. His spear also looks more ancient. Yeah, bro, this dude done some very heavy lifting here. Some pretty cool masks. Wow, I love this one. Wow, bro, this one is great. Just look at this. Whoa. It reveals his animal scary face too much. His eyes, but this one is great. Oh, here's something interesting, like comparing view how they reworked original one. And yeah, you can see how more feral and primordial this motherfucker and more animal looks like. Ugh. By the way, great amount of concept art for indigenous guys, for protagonist girl. Oh, bro, that's cool. Look how indigenous he looks like. Even in terms of hairstyle, that's really something North American just here. Wow. Also, you can see they played a lot with these bombs, these ornaments, metal things. Oh my god, bro. Just look how great it is. Here they found him. They fucking found him, bro. Oh, amazing, amazing. Hairstyles are just great. I love these two, J and K. Wow. More of weapons, some early development. Oh, I guess this is the guy who found his head. Like you see more sketchy drawings, a lot of options. So sweet, bro. Wow, wow. Great, 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 absolutely great. Oh, here I guess they found his mask. Is there options? Yeah, more options of mask. That's cool. Looks like goat or deer skull. By the way, a really cool idea with transparent, translucent subsurface like elements. Yeah, bro, to be honest, I didn't expect so much of work like done here. Maybe that's why I'm so captivated by this concept. It feels pretty simple, but I've just shown you how much work there were. And I guess amongst all the options they tried, this one is perfect. Incredible, bro. Incredible. Let's pay respect to the artist. Woo. Also, of course, I love Prey because of nature. Like this very deep, cold, North American nature. You know, I've never been to America, but I don't like nature of America. It looks like some sort of dry desert like California or Las Vegas or Texas, or some cold desert of the north closer to Canada. Maybe some spaces like Florida, Miami looks cool, like a little bit more tropical stuff, but anyway feels very dry. But you know, this indigenous kind of north coniferous pine America is great. You know, coniferous, fuck me. These coniferous pine trees, they have more dark needles, these leaves, and they, you know, absorb and reflect light in different manner compared to usual deciduous trees. So that's why whole landscape looks more heavy. Like, you know, light is more orange on trees and shadows are more deep and blue. And that's why in contrast compared to this heavy land, skies can be absolutely like free and vast and a lot of air, cold air. Just love this nature. Also, what I deeply love about Prey is how practical and real it feels. Our heroine drowning in the swamp, or predator lives in some cave and he's collecting skulls of animals he just killed, or when our heroine finds these dead buffaloes, or how she trains with her throwing axe and then she creates like returning versions with the rope, instantly uses this returning axe to hunt rabbits, or for example how they using bows, and you remember in one moment bowstrings like snaps when our heroine fights versus bear. Or for example, how she creates this healing medicine from some flowers or grasses. Or my absolutely favorite moment when our protagonist drowned under Beaver Dam. And in that moment I was like, wow, bro, it's fucking Beaver Dam. Like, you know, this usage of natural realistic idea, natural setting that you almost never seen in this life. It's way more interesting than some CGI, huge palaces and sci-fi, whatever. Fucking Beaver Dam. And you know, Prey is very simple movie, like it's about hunt, about prey versus predator, and there's no deep philosophy in it, absolutely not. But I love how this movie focuses on this one idea, of hunt. Hunt is happening, how predator versus prey roles are shifting, and movie illustrates this idea like dozens of times, through animals, through predator, through indigenous people, and finally there's this climax when our heroine becomes this ultimate predator, ultimate hunter, and leads her tribe. And by the way, it feels completely justified because she's smart and she fails a lot and she's learning, so you really respect this girl. She feels like absolutely justified, strong, smart hero, even though she's a woman. So, alright bro, cheers for Prey, cheers for concept artists who created Prey, cheers for North American cold, heavy, beautiful nature, and cheers for indigenous people who are hiding in Beaver Dam. Them, Beaver Dam. God damn. Are you fucking stupid? Yeah, bro. Yeah, kinda, bro. Yeah. Okay, bro.